hello there. Need some self-healing? Love crystals? Just collect? Love to meditate? Well, free gifts with every order in my shop. My Etsy link is listed in my bio.
And welcome back again, my friends, to the M3P podcast. This is basically mine, yours, or anyone's third place to hang out in the little corner of the internet. It is Thursday, September 12th, 2024, and so far, none of our cats and dogs have been harmed or eaten.
Oh my God. Really? You had to throw that in there? Because that's all I've been seeing, like, for the past 24 hours straight.
Oh God, I'll go by Evo. And with me is my esteemed colleague and co-host, Brandy.
Hi, everyone.
So you have been hearing all about this the past few days.
24 hours, yes.
24 hours.
It's all over my FYP. That's all I see. Our cats and dogs being, in pots and pans. Like, what is going on?
How was your week?
My week was good. My week was pretty good. Long, but good.
Long but good. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Same. Didn't get enough sleep, but here we are.
Well, I never get enough sleep, so there you go.
Okay. The BMAs were last night, and I have aged myself with Eminem. I didn't watch the whole show because I didn't know who anyone else was at all. I didn't know who anyone else was at all, except for Sabrina Carpenter, of course, Girl Meets World. But everybody else that sang or was there, I was like, what? So I figured I would watch the repeats on Twitter or YouTube. So just like Eminem, I started to watch the show and then bailed because it was late and the old man needed some sleep. So.
And I missed it.
You just missed Eminem. That's it. That's all.
Oh, that's a good one to miss, though. I like Eminem. I love him.
He's pushing 50. He's all like, all right, I'm going to start the show and then I'm going to head out. Because I need to get some sleep.
Because he has to get some sleep. Okay.
We all need to get some sleep. Well, as soon as I saw that, I was like, all right, show's over. Have a good night, everybody.
I've literally turned a year older, so thanks for making me feel older this week.
Come on. He's old. But happy birthday.
Not by much. Thank you.
Wow. Tomorrow is Friday the 13th. So I wanted to record tonight just so I can post tomorrow just in time to be available to watch a full marathon of Jason Voorhees. Anybody's listening. Which Friday the 13th movie is your favorite?
Me?
Yes, yours. Which one?
Just the original, really. I would think. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've watched Friday the 13th, any of them. It's not my favorite horror series.
So the first one with Mrs. Voorhees?
I'd have to say probably the original first one, yeah.
Okay. So
I'm old, remember? I don't remember. I have a good memory, so.
So, you basically, like.
Either that one or, wait, what? Basically what?
As a mom, you agreed with Mrs. Voorhees and said, like, ooh,
what?
They left your kid to drown, so now you must exact revenge.
Oh, boy. Really? Okay.
So the first one's your favorite. Mine is Jason X.
I was just gonna say that would be my second choice if I had to pick.
The one is face. I did say that my favorite slasher movie was Jason versus Freddy.
Freddy.
Freddy versus Jason, but they had both of them in there.
Yeah, that.
And it still holds true, yeah. But as a standalone Jason movie, it's not a Jason movie. It's just him sharing the screen with another person.
So
Same as
Jason X is your favorite standalone Friday the 13th.
Yeah. He's in space.
See, it's been way too long. I don't even remember that movie.
I gotta rewatch it because I know all the tropes are there. So yeah, what is your favorite Friday the 13th movie? And let us know. Before we move on to the list of superstitions that were sent to us, I have a list. Brandy, start the episode off right with some affirmation of the week for us, please.
Sure, I can do that. I thought a good one for this week was something to do with basically your success. Yours, everyone's, my bestie, who we'll talk about later on the show. I am worthy enough to follow my dreams and manifest my desires.
Yes. Awesome. I am worthy enough to follow my dreams and manifest my
desires. Yep.
Yeah, I love that. I manifest. I follow my dreams all the time. Manifest my desires. This whole podcast is coming up to 15K pretty soon, so I'm hoping. Yeah. I'm hoping it gets up there real quick, real soon.
You're going places, it will.
It will.
For sure.
So, finally, let's get to the superstition, shall we? Let's get to why, like, let's get the whole list. Let's get to the whole list already, because it's gonna be a long one, and it's gonna be a doozy, and we're just gonna be here all night.
Do you want me to start, or are you starting?
Yeah, go for it. Last week we asked what is one of your most memorable superstitions, and you all came through with a barrage of answers. Go right ahead.
Well, no, go ahead. You go ahead and start. I will end mine on it. Go ahead.
So I got a few. Alexandria, hopefully here. She says don't have two mirrors facing each other or a portal will open. I went into I looked that up and everything, and people were like taking videos of themselves in mirrors facing each other, and they're like, as it gets closer and closer, the portal becomes black and dark. That's what it says. Some of it. Another one she says is don't burn a Ouija board, bury it.
I knew that one. I used to have a Ouija board, so I knew that one.
Yeah. I don't know anything about Ouijas. I've seen a movie about a Ouija board, but it's like, alright, whatever.
They've made a few.
Okay. What else you got?
I thought you were reading the whole list of all these superstitions.
You can go back and forth. Do you have some from your people, or?
Oh no, I have my own. I counted on you for the other.
All right. So here goes. Rebecca says there's an old-timer superstition, and that is not to rock an empty rocking chair. It serves as an inadvertent invitation to evil spirits. The act of rocking symbolically opens the gateway, allowing these malevolent entities to enter your home. As you sway the empty seat, the spirits allegedly find refuge in the void, casting shadows of dark forces on your household. This is gonna get bad. It's gonna be Craze83 says not to split a pole as it is thought to give you bad luck, but if you do split the pole, just say bread and butter to reverse the bad luck curse. Bread and butter, bread and butter, bread and butter. As well as walking under a ladder, as it is thought to have originated in ancient Egypt around 5,000 years ago. The Egyptians believed that the triangular space between the ladder, the wall, and the floor was filled with good and evil spirits, and that disturbing them would anger them. Other theories about the origin of this superstition include medieval times. Ladders were thought to resemble gallows, so walking under one would mean you were destined for the gallows.
I didn't know
Uh,
that.
Christian belief, a ladder leaning against the wall forms a triangle, so breaking that triangle was blasphemous. And also the risk of injury. Just don't do it. Be careful. We have our friends Funnybone96 saying Bloody Mary in the mirror, or if you help, Bloody Mary.
Okay, so that is more, I think, like an urban legend.
Yes, it is.
I think that's an urban legend, which
falls
into, of course, Friday the 13th and superstitions. So, yeah.
So we're doing urban legend. That's fine. I got it. If you open an umbrella in the house, it brings bad luck.
I've heard that.
Yeah, don't let a black cat walk out in front of you.
I disagree with that one.
Okay. If a black raven flies into your house, someone in that house is fixing to be unalived.
That's scary.
Why would a raven fly into your house?
Why would you let a raven fly into your house exactly? How would that even happen?
That is a lot. Jessie Marie says not to put your purse on the floor.
What?
Some people believe that putting your purse on the floor is bad luck and can lead to financial loss.
Oh, is that my issue? Okay, I have to remember that now.
In Chinese culture, according to Chinese feng shui, putting your purse on the floor is bad luck because it shows disrespect for your money and wealth. The old Chinese proverb, a purse on the floor is money out the door, illustrates the belief.
Okay, but what if you don't have any money? Like, I don't have any money to lose, so I guess that doesn't really matter to me.
In Brazil, 90 to 95% of people avoid putting their purse on the floor because they believe it can lead to bankruptcy. Some people believe that disrespecting the bag that holds your money can cause you to lose money.
Ooh.
Hey, no disrespecting the bag, okay? Keeping your purse off the ground can also help keep it clean. If you're superstitious and want to give your bag a better home, you can consider using a purse stool.
A purse stool.
Or, you put it on the chair next to you.
I always have mine on my couch, so.
No, this chair is safe right here. You can't sit there. It's safe for somebody. For who? My bag.
Because you can't put it on the floor.
Sarah Mueller says feet off the floor when you go over railroad tracks. Some drivers out there believe that you should lift your feet up when crossing over railroad tracks. There are several motivations behind this, like you'll never get married, click young, or lose the person you're in a relationship with.
Wow. Okay, so that doesn't really make much sense to me, because if you're driving and you lift your feet off, you're going to get stuck on the tracks.
Yes.
Am I wrong?
I feel that too.
Okay. I mean, that was the first thought in my head. Like, why would you stop, or why would you not press on the gas pedal when you're going over a railroad track?
We have an email, so if you would like to go next, go right ahead. Or do you want to wait for the email to be over with?
Oh, no, it's completely up to you.
Why don't you go ahead? Like, I feel like I need to end on this one.
You need to end on that one. Okay. Well, I actually looked up, my superstition is, or I guess, I don't know, my favorite superstition, which I didn't even ever consider a superstition before until we started talking about this. But, wishbones. So I have a tradition every Thanksgiving. I always save the wishbone, dry it out, and make a wish with someone. I've done that forever since I was young, and I continue to do it every year. So apparently a wishbone superstition started It says, or I looked it up, and it started thousands of years ago with the Etruscan Italian Empire. They dedicated the future, or decided, I'm sorry, they decided the future by observing chickens and viewed, hang on, let me see what I'm saying here. Viewed the collarbone as a sacred part of the bird. The Etruscans would let the collarbone dry out and then keep them to make wishes. Romans adopted this tradition, interestingly enough, and started breaking the bones among two people due to lack of availability. I thought that was interesting. So that's where that came from. Oh yeah, I never even thought of that. I had to look that up because, yeah, that's breaking the wishbone, and the person with the longer piece, I guess, so to like describe it, their wish comes true. You knew that, right?
Yeah.
So the one that gets like the longer, the piece of the half or whatever, their wish comes true. So yeah. The other interesting thing I looked up was because I mentioned, I think a couple weeks to you, about a story of how on Friday the 13th, it was the last Friday the 13th we had. It was a bucket list of my son's girlfriend to go to a graveyard at midnight on Friday the 13th. So we decided to do that. Yeah. Yeah. And I had to look that up, and it says superstitions and urban legends. Many cultures folklore associate, I can't talk, graveyards at midnight with supernatural occurrences or paranormal activity, which can be unsettling and frightening, especially for those who believe in such things. Yeah, so we took pictures, and I took a picture of my son, and I have the picture, and believe it or not, you can see there's shadows and spirits around when we took pictures that night. So I have those pictures. Of course, I can't show them here, but yeah, I thought that was interesting. It was really creepy, and I can't believe I did it, but I did it. Me and my son and his girlfriend and a couple of friends, we went and did that because she wanted to do that so badly. So we were in a cemetery at midnight on Friday the 13th, walking around, seeing what we could find, and sure enough, took pictures, and there were spirits, and I don't want to say spirits, there were shadows around that were not there when the picture was taken, but in the picture you can clearly see them. So it was, yeah, interesting.
Yeah. Wow.
So I definitely, that made me believe more so, I guess, than what I did before in those things.
Oh.
Saying you've never gone to a cemetery at midnight?
No.
Oh, you should do that. Did you just say you're good?
No reason to. I'm good. Nope. One of the things to stay away from is cemeteries at midnight. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it says. It says you should.
Okay.
I guess we didn't listen.
And finally, we have our friend Kat, who told me she was going to email me a list, and boy, did she send me a long list. 40 items on this list, which we already talked a few of them. Some of these are Spanish superstitions, and I heard some of these before when I was working with my Spanish coworkers. So let me look it up. Mexican culture is rich with superstitions that blend indigenous Spanish and other influences. Here are some common Mexican superstitions. The evil eye, or mal de ojo. It is believed that envy or excessive admiration can cause harm, especially to babies and children. To protect against it, people often use red bracelets or amulets with an eye symbol. As said, someone else already said this, but it's like, you say it again, sweeping over someone's feet is believed to curse them to never get married. If it happens accidentally, the person must immediately spit on the broom to break the curse. Working those hours and sweeping, of course, I said this already, I've never seen any of them spit on the broom. but they like warned me don't sweep my feet or else I'm gonna be a widow or I'm gonna marry a widow. So
I want to know which one it is because it's two completely different.
it is.
Do we know for sure?
I don't know. Placing the coin under the foot of a bride or groom to ensure financial prosperity in marriage. It's customary for either the bride or groom to put a coin under their shoe during the wedding ceremony. This one I have all kinds of family members that have done this. Cutting baby's hair before their first birthday is believed that their first birthday will cause them to have bad luck or that their hair will not grow properly.
Really?
Yeah, so if you cut a kid's hair before their first birthday, their hair will not grow properly.
That's interesting.
That is so mitty.
That's interesting. I mean, I personally have never done that, like, before a year old.
Right. The owl or la lechuza, hearing the call of an owl, especially at night, is often considered a bad omen, symbolizing death or misfortune. I had friends who told me that the owl is usually bad luck, and if you see an owl, curse at them. And that's what they were doing one night, and I was just like, what are you doing? It's an owl. And that's when they told me the whole story behind it. I was like, okay, that's cool. I don't need to know. Of course, I didn't believe that at the time. Putting scissors under the bed under a child's mattress is believed to help them sleep better and keep evil spirits away. Putting salt on someone's doorstep is thought to bring them bad luck or drive away negative energy. So either one. Like if you don't like the person and you put salt on the doorstep, you give them bad luck. But if you do it yourself, you drive away negative energy. Walking under a ladder said that. Spilling salt, of course. To reverse it, one must throw a pinch of salt over their left shoulder. Breaking mirrors is said to bring 7 years of bad luck. Putting a hat on the bed, which I've done recently. Which I didn't know until I seen this stuff. Placing a hat on the bed is considered bad luck and thought to invite misfortune or illness. Man, I've been putting my hat on the bed for this entire time. So
You're putting your hat on the bed and I put my purse on the floor. What are we doing?
Sweeping at night. Sweeping the house at night is believed to sweep away good luck and prosperity.
It sweeps away good luck?
Yes.
Oh, good thing I don't sweep at night.
Obviously the black cat thing considered a bad omen. Putting a glass of water by the door to ward off negative energy or absorb bad spirits. Some people place a glass of water near the entrance of their home. It is believed that the water absorbs any negativity that tries to enter. I'm going to do that.
I think I'm going to do that.
Yeah. Avoiding mirrors at night. Looking into a mirror at night on a dark thought to invite evil spirits or bad luck.
Ooh.
Obviously, yeah. Keeping saints upside down. People sometimes place statues or saints like Saint Anthony upside down to encourage them to fulfill a prayer request, such as finding a lost object or finding a love.
Oh, I like that one.
Number 17. I've done this every year. Eating grapes at midnight on New Year's Eve. 12 grapes at the stroke of midnight on New Year's Eve, one for each month of the upcoming year, is believed to bring good luck. Each grape represents a wish or hope for the new year.
So do you have to make a wish or you just eat the grapes?
Just eat the grape. That's
okay.
all.
You have to remind me to do that one.
All right. Lighting candles for protection. Specific colored candles believed to bring protection, love, prosperity, and other blessings. For instance, red candles are often used to bring love, while white candles are used for purification. Purify yourself. 19. Covering mirrors during thunderstorms. Some people believe that mirrors can attract lightning, so they cover them during thunderstorms to avoid bad luck or harm. And suddenly it just triggered me that this was done before when I was a child.
Really?
Yeah, they would cover the mirror, and I'm like, why?
Now you know.
I'm like, huh? This nothing. Number 20, Tuesday the 13th, Martes 13. In Mexican culture, Tuesday the 13th, rather than Friday the 13th, is considered a particularly unlucky day. There's a saying, en martes sin te casas ni te embarques, meaning on Tuesday neither marry nor embark on a journey. I'm going to hell for this one. I'm just thinking of a guy in a hockey mask named Jesus.
Oh my.
Martes 13! Tuesday the 13th. Oh my god.
Oh wow.
Jesus Voorhees. I apologize. No, I'm Mexican. I can say it. Pregnant women in the lunar eclipse, La Luna, it is believed that pregnant women should avoid looking at the lunar eclipse. I heard about this. To prevent their baby from being born with a cleft lip or other abnormalities. To prevent this, some women wear a metal key or a safety pin over their belly. Come on. Really? Covering baby's head outdoors. It is common belief that exposing a baby's head to the cold or wind can cause illness, so many mothers cover their baby's heads with hats or blankets when outside, regardless of the weather. Whew. Number 23.
Hang on one second.
Yes.
That reminded me of a scene in the movie that you do not want to watch about being pregnant, like Home and where the heart is, that one I was talking about. She jumps, or she thinks she's pregnant, and her friend tells her, and this would be, I guess, a superstition. Her friend tells her that if she jumps backwards like 5 times, I think it was 5 times, she'll no longer be pregnant. Is that like a Spanish thing? Have you ever heard of that? That was actually in the movie. Which is like, if you jump backwards 5 times, I think it was 5 times, you won't be pregnant. I'm like, that's really weird. Have you ever heard of that?
You know how many teenagers would have done that already? And
this is an older movie. Well, not that old, but okay. Oh, okay. So you've seen, yeah, okay. So Danny's seen the movie. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it was something like that. Like, she's like, oh, jump backwards 5 times, or something. Yeah, that.
I had never heard of that. No.
I told you the movie is full of superstitions. The whole movie.
Number 23, money on the new year. Putting money in your shoe or wallet on New Year's Eve is believed to ensure financial success in the coming year. Please don't do any of this.
What?
It's just myth power superstitions, okay, guys? Burning sage or incense or copal, or traditional resin, is a practice believed to cleanse spaces of negative energies and invite good spirits. Bringing luck with a coin in the mouth. When entering a new place or situation where luck is needed, some believe that holding a coin in the mouth brings good fortune. Ew. Why would I put that thing in my mouth?
Right? No kidding.
Knocking on wood, of course, to avoid jinxing someone or to protect against bad luck after making a positive statement. People often knock on wood. We do that too.
I've heard that one.
Avoiding cutting nails at night.
What?
Avoiding cutting nails at night. Cutting your nails at night is believed to bring bad luck or invite death, based on the idea that it disturbs the spirits of the night.
Oh my goodness.
I've done this. Like what? Do you cut your nails in the morning? No,
well,
I cut it when I'm not doing anything. Number 28, putting a broom behind the door. Placing a broom behind the door is thought to chase away unwanted visitors or guests from your home. Okay. Placing a lemon with cloves to ward off bad energy. A lemon studded with cloves and placed in the home is believed to absorb negative energy and protect against envy. You always cut your nails at night, Leanna. So many of these. Same. Number 30, sleeping with feet facing the door is considered bad luck to sleep with your feet facing the door, as it symbolizes the way the dead are carried out of a house. What the hell?
What?
Oh my god.
No! Do you mean I have to, like, rearrange my bedroom now?
Yeah.
Oh, great. I don't want to hear any more of these. I don't want to hear any more of these.
10 more.
I'm going to have to rearrange my bedroom this weekend.
31, sweeping outward can sweep away wealth. especially toward the door, is sought to sweep away wealth and prosperity, so it's best to sweep toward the center of the house. Yeah, I do that already. Whatever. Putting a figure of St. Jude by the door, the patron saint of lost causes, is often placed near the front door to bring hope and help in difficult situations. Dropping silverware as a visitor sign. Dropping a spoon or fork is believed to signal that an unexpected guest is coming. If it's a fork, a male visitor is expected. If it's a spoon, a female visitor. I'm just clumsy. I just dropped something. It doesn't mean anything. Come on. Putting crosses with ashes or chalk above doors. In some places, especially during Holy Week, people mark their doors with a cross made of ashes or chalk to protect the home or from evil. Leaving water by the bedside for spirits. Some believe that placing a glass of water by the bedside helps spirits or souls of the deceased who may visit during the night to quench their thirst. You thirsty? Avoiding handing objects over the threshold. Handing objects directly over a door threshold is considered bad luck. Instead, both people should step inside or outside to make the exchange. Seeing a butterfly inside the house, a butterfly entering their house, particularly a black one, is often considered a sign of impending boom and bad news.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, just a black... I've never seen a black butterfly before.
Never seen one either.
So it's not any butterfly, it's a black butterfly specific. Because butterflies are supposed to be good luck.
Probably a moth.
Oof.
Tying red ribbons to cacti or plants to ward off the mal de ojo, evil eye, or prevent bad energy is common to tie a red ribbon around the cacti or other plant. Putting an upside-down glass on a saint's altar. This practice is believed to trap negative spirits or bad luck, keeping them at bay. And finally, finding a penny or coin facing up. If you find a coin with the head side up, it's considered lucky. Picking it up is believed to bring good fortune.
With that one, I actually found out also that it some people believe picking it up, yes, is good luck, but also some people believe giving that penny away is also good luck. Called Heartless Game, and it's really, really good from what I've heard of it, the part that I heard.
Yeah.
So yeah, he is Lorefield. Lorefield is yeah, he sent it to me, and it's awesome. And I said we should play it here and play it on the podcast.
Pretend I'm the fool, but I see clear through the tears. The sweet poison never did reach my veins. Play the heartless game and I ripped up the chains. I ain't your prison, now I'm crumbling bed. No love to shadow, no need to pretend. Just a ghost in your nightmares, that's not fucking attitude. You can't break my heart if I never fucking loved you. Your fake affection, stone cold gritty. Feel the pressure as your story caves in. Heart's an empty vessel you never could win. Burn bridges in the night, left with hollow sparks. You try to rewind the play, but it's lost in the dark. Eyes turned away with no more to pursue. You can't break my heart if I never fucking loved you. I ain't your prisoner, I'm crumbling bed. No love to shadow, no need to pretend. Just a ghost in your nightmares, that's not fucking attitude. You can't break my heart if I never fucking loved you. You ain't your prison, no one crumbling bend. No love to shadow, no need to pretend. Just a ghost in your nightmares, that's my fucking attitude. You can't break my heart if I never fucking loved you. You scream and cry like the world doesn't pity, but your fake perfection, stone cold gritty. Just a ghost in your nightmares, that's my fucking attitude. You can't break my heart if I never fucking loved you.
If you heard any of the breakdown episodes in the past, or if you're new here, myself and my co-host Brandy are massive Karate Kid and Cobra Kai fans, so we decided we were going to rewatch the show on Netflix and break down the episodes scene by scene and tell you what we thought about them. You are more than welcome to follow along and rewatch the show with us, as some of our friends are doing and listening to the podcast as well. There will be spoilers, and at times we do tend to add in trivia or ask a question for you to ponder over. That's what we do here. Also, it must always be said on every episode, because we're always critiquing the show, we love Cobra Kai. We love the Karate Kid universe, right? We do.
We do.
Yeah. But don't let us influence you on the show. We're just fans of the show. There are millions of other fans out there who have different opinions. Ours just happens to have a podcast attached to it. Just listen to the show, humor us, let us know, hey, I think your opinions are wrong. Yeah, fine. I think your opinions are right. Okay. I think your theories are off the wall.
That's okay.
You're entitled to your own wrong opinion. It's okay. If you want to go back and listen to past episodes about Cobra Kai and what we thought about them, I suggest you go back and listen to episode 154 and then continue on from there. Season 3, episode 8, titled The Good, the Bad, and the Badass. Obviously, it's a shot at the good, the bad, and the ugly. Sending an homage there. Synopsis informed that this year's All Valley Karate tournament is being canceled. The 3 competing sensei attend a sitting council meeting to save it. Written by Matea Green, who's written 26 episodes of Cobra Kai, and she's also an assistant to an executive producer of the show. Doesn't tell us which one, but hey, she's assisting over there. Directed by Jennifer Salota, who also directed the past episode 7? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The episode cold opens by showing the contrasting methodologies at play between the now 3 dojos. Daniel, Johnny, and Kreese alternate with their class the lesson they're teaching. It starts out with Daniel telling his students he knows it's been a while after his class. After the whole fight at the school, he wasn't sure if Miyagi-Do should stay open. Things have gotten worse since he shut down, and that's why he's back. The only way to stop Cobra Kai is if they all work together, but always remember the reason they learned karate is. And it transitions over to Johnny and his class, continuing his lesson, and says, is to show the world that his class is not a bunch of pussy-ass nerds. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, pansy-ass nerds. Pansy, not...
Pansy.
It's the same thing. His class is going to show them that they're tough because egos don't get shit on. They're the ones that do the shitting.
I loved Miguel when he laughed at that. That was funny. He was like the only one that got that. And like he laughed at him.
Iron Eagles. Yeah. Just don't forget, being a badass doesn't mean being an asshole. The goal isn't to hurt other kids. The goal is to, and it transitions over to Kreese, who tells the class is to win at all costs. Those they thought would be their allies have turned against them. Now the enemies are attacking from all sides, and there is no turning back. Now is the time to show them. Daniel continues and says forgiveness and compassion, and that's when you lost me. I'm like, what is this? Why? Why are you forgiving compassion? They're beating you guys up. Don't show forgiveness and compassion. Stop.
Because he takes from Mr. Miyagi. That's why.
Don't turn the other cheek. They're trying to beat you down. Fight back, sir.
Miyagi-Do is about defense.
And that's all there is. There is no offense. Mr. Miyagi, he continues, Mr. Miyagi used to say if you're looking for revenge, you can start by digging 2 graves, and he was right. If you have hate in your heart, then you already lost. Words to live by.
Yep.
If you have hate in your heart, then you already lost. It's not easy, but you have to do whatever you can to transition over to Johnny telling his class to beat the living crap out of him. Don't let them push you around, but you gotta swoop down like an eagle and grab them with your claws and sink your fangs into them. They don't have fangs. But he doesn't ever want his class to start the fight. He just wants them to transition over to Kreese, who tells the class to finish it for good.
Okay.
He asks the class if he makes himself clear, and we get a three-pool split screen of Miyagi-Do led by Sam and Dimitri, Eagle Fang led by only Miguel, and Cobra Kai led by Tori and Hawk, yelling, "Yes, Sensei!" The three senseis take over the screen with the Cobra Kai letters in front of them, and they all smile because they're all proud of their student, except we are led to believe that Kreese is just an evil smirk because he's the bad guy.
He is the bad guy.
And again, his acting skills with his justice face.
We've talked about that before, and I agree with you.
Especially in this episode.
Yeah.
Next scene, Johnny and Daniel both arrive to pick Robbie up from Juvie. They should have just called each other and like, "Hey, are you gonna be there? No. Are you gonna be there? No. Then we should all be there." Daniel says he called and wanted to make sure someone was there to pick Robbie up, but Johnny tells him that Robbie doesn't need him. Like, just his dad, his dad can pick him up. Daniel asks if he has it under control, just the same way he had Kreese under control. That's not fair. He asks what he would think would happen when he summoned the devil back to Earth. Johnny tells him that Kreese is his problem. Daniel says that he's everyone's problem now, and as usual, he's gonna clean up Johnny's mess. Johnny says he's cleaning up his own mess, and he's dealing with it, which now they stand face to face and look like they're about to fight, but they're interrupted by Robbie, who isn't happy to see either of them and tells both to stay out of his life.
Do you think Robbie is being a little over dramatic here?
Of course. We haven't seen Robbie since like past 2 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, what is he thinking? He comes out and is like, "I don't need you and I don't need you. I'm leaving." So he walks away. And what was he doing the entire day? Where did he go? Like, we only get like later on at night. I was like, oh, okay.
No, he sees Tori.
Yeah. Oh. He has to check in with the... Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Alright. So next scene, things are more positive for Miguel and Sam, who run into each other at school. Sam is happy that Miguel is back on his feet, and Miguel is just happy he's talking to Sam again. They both walk towards study hall and get reacquainted. Sam shakes Miguel's hand, but notices right behind Miguel the biggest plot twist shock of the season, which is Yasmin and Dimitri making out in the corner.
Yes.
They both deny...
The oddest couple ever. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yasmin's here. They needed her to do something besides be the mean girl. So Dimitri, what do you have? What are you doing? Nothing. Both of you get together. They both deny what's happening and make up an excuse that they were both doing study work. Yasmin calls Dimitri a freak and runs off. Dimitri yells Cruella at her and then turns to Miguel and Sam to tell them he is 101% in love with her. He walks away. Sam can't believe that just happened. Miguel states that love conquers all. And they go back on their way to study hall. Yes, love conquers all. I guess, but it's still like, I guess that they like took out Yasmin for season 2. And that's fine. But season 1, she was like
the ultimate mean girl.
Big ultimate mean girl and stuff. No, like the only people that were there for that whole front wedgie were the Cobra Kai students. Nobody's gonna say anything. But she believed it was right in front of the school.
No, it wasn't just Cobra Kai. It was that party.
It was at the party.
Yeah,
the Cobra Kai.
Okay. It wasn't just Cobra Kai. There was a lot of people.
So she felt embarrassed, and then like she went to
people there. Wouldn't you?
Paris. She went to Paris.
Well, probably because she was embarrassed, so she had to get out of the country for a while.
Stay in her backyard and her pool, and pretend like she's in Paris, unless Instagram actually gets your where your location's at, right?
I think so. Maybe
you can't lie about that. Okay.
I mean, you probably could.
She could have lied about it.
This is your theory that she never went to Paris. That
she never went to Paris. She got all embarrassed. She stayed at home for the summer. Okay. She chilled.
She hid.
She hid
out because she was embarrassed.
Yeah.
And I don't like that you're implying that people cannot change. You're implying that Yasmin cannot change.
She
That's what I hear in your voice. Sir.
she changed because she felt bad for Dimitri. She thought, these
No,
guys
wait a
are hurting
minute.
Dimitri.
That's a very good reason to change. You just said it. You said she changed because she felt bad for Dimitri.
Yeah,
I think that right there says it all.
she felt bad.
Yeah.
She wasn't going to change at all if it wasn't for him and the casting and the
See,
whole.
you're just making the point even better.
Okay, fine.
To me, I think that's amazing. Like, okay, here's this horrible, mean person, this mean girl. She had something done to her. So, what is that called? Like, okay, they're
Dramatic.
trauma bonding or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, like trauma bonding. They both have been embarrassed. They both have been bullied, I guess you would say. I don't know if she has, but I guess you would consider that she's been bullied. She's been on that side of it. So she knows now, and she knows what he's gone through.
Yeah.
What is wrong with that? I like this. I like how this is developing. You're just making it sound even better. Like she is changing.
For him only. It's not like she's like doing anything for anybody else. It's just like changing for him. Like she bonded with him. Oh, you were embarrassed in front of people. Here, let me trauma bond with you.
I think
Let me tell you, and that's it. She's not like I'm not. She hasn't talked to Sam. She hasn't apologized to Sam. She hasn't apologized to Miguel.
Okay, but she's starting. She's starting. You have to start somewhere, okay? You have to start somewhere. Am I wrong?
Yes, you have to start somewhere.
Okay, there you go. Baby steps.
So, moving along, at Miyagi, though, the class is practicing their kata, but Daniel gives them all a hard time. Amanda tells the class to take 5 and drink some iced lemonade while she talks to Daniel, who informs them to take it easy on them. It's their first week back. Daniel says they should know this by now and blames himself for being in this position, that one day they will find themselves all alone. They're going to need these techniques to survive. Amanda realizes this is about Robbie and tells Daniel that he needs to let him figure it out on his own. If Robbie wants to come back, then the door is always open. But if he doesn't, he's going to have to let him go. Where have I heard that before?
I don't know.
If you love something, let it go. If it comes back, it's yours.
Yeah, if you love something, let it free. If it comes back, it's yours. Yeah, or if you love something, let it go.
I mean, they did break up. Amanda did say, like, your boyfriend broke up with you. Your boyfriend broke up with you. So, like, you know, the door is always open anyway. Daniel says he just can't let him go. He has no one.
That's not true.
Because Daniel is the all-knowing person.
That doesn't mean you have to put him down just because you're going to say he's the bully and here we go again.
Like, what is that? Hero complex? Hero god complex? Where he needs to, like, save everyone? He needs to save everyone from Johnny's Cobra Kai when he didn't do anything but just build a place where Miguel wouldn't get hurt. Like, you're gonna build Cobra Kai and then I'm gonna, like, stop you.
Well, it's kind of like, when you're the type of person that feels you have to fix things, okay? So I can kind of relate.
I have to fix Robbie because he has no one. He has his dad.
He doesn't want his dad.
That's on him to decide, not on Daniel to be like, he has no one.
Okay, I agree with that, kind of.
Hero god complex. Anyway, next scene's at the park. The Eagle Fang Dojo. The class is roundhouse kicking frisbees off of Johnny's hand. Nobody wants the tournament to go ahead more than Miguel, who is struggling in training. He falls flat on his face when he tries to roundhouse kick the frisbee. The whole class tries to help him up, but they are dismissed for a 5-minute break by Johnny, who tells them to get some water. He keeps Miguel and tells him that nobody's expecting him to be his old self. Mitch reads a text out loud, and Johnny's upset that they canceled the All Valley. At Miyagi-Do, a board member of the Yell Valley Karate Tournament enters and informs Daniel that the tournament has been canceled by the council so as not to foster an environment of violence. Since Daniel is the two-time champ, he might be able to overturn their decision, even if he thinks it might be for the best. But Sam insists that karate and Miyagi-Do getting a bad reputation isn't going to help anyone.
See, and now that they're right there, that's why he has that hero god complex. That guy just gave it to him. Being the All Valley champ for 2 years, you can probably come and change everybody's mind. Just saying.
And he's a member of the board also, and like he has ruling over who can enter the All Valley.
See, that's why he has the hero god complex, as you call it. Because everyone's giving it to him.
Yeah. At the apartment, Miguel is asking Johnny to go speak to the board and tell them what karate means to Johnny and how he helped kids like him and taught him how to stand up for themselves. Johnny, however, believes it is a blessing in disguise, maybe possibly agreeing with Daniel and thinking the fights between the kids have gone long enough. Johnny thinks Miguel wasn't going to fight anymore, but Miguel is intent on practicing karate and joining the Yell Valley if it were to happen. He wouldn't let him compete in the tournament anyway, despite it being for his own safety. Miguel turns his own words around and says that he thought safety was for pussies. They begin to argue and yell at each other when Carmen opens the door and overhears the commotion. Johnny yells at Miguel that he hurt himself by doing one kick. What would you think would happen if he was in a real fight? He already proved that he could win. Miguel yells back that he wants to prove it again and walks away from him. Johnny turns to look at Carmen and they both stare at each other, feeling bad. Miguel just wants to prove himself again. Like he's hurt. He's hurt from the fall, from the balcony fall.
Right, but he wants to. I get it. He wants to prove that he can do it. He's back to his old self.
Yeah. And of course, Miguel's mom, Carmen, walks outside like, "What's going on? Why are you guys yelling? Why is he yelling?" Oh, okay. And he feels bad because like it's on him now. He feels like it's his fault that he's injured because he pushed him and Kreese pushed him. So he doesn't want him to get hurt at all. This tournament obviously means a lot to many people for very different reasons. The only person who seems unconcerned is Robbie, who runs into Tori at the probation office and clearly begins to ponder the idea that Sam will eventually turn on him, as the bitter Tori claims. Tori claims she knows who she is, but tells Robbie is pretending to be somebody he's not. She walks away, but before she goes home, she tells Robbie to check off Stable in the section about his home life. Nobody checks in on you anyway. And that's why she's the way she is.
That's sad.
This is the first time these two have interacted. Well, besides Glory of Love. The episode where they're like, at the roller rink.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so this is like the first time since then. So, but it's actual like interaction between each other. Where Robbie got up to fight her and she's all like, chill, calm down, but no, sit down. Go sit down. You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. During this scene, behind the clerk, if you notice the Microsoft logo on the computer screen, and I just looked at it the entire time. I wasn't even paying attention to Robbie coming in. I'm just staring at it. It just reminded me of the Office episode in the conference room where they're waiting for it to hit the corner. And I'm sitting there like waiting for it to hit the corner too, and it's like, no, oh, well, okay, the scene's over. It was just me, I guess.
Yeah, I think it was just you.
Carmen goes to speak to Johnny at his apartment, and he offers her some expired OJ. I think it's expired. Well, buddy, yes, expired. She like looks at it and like, hey. And while she confesses to blaming him for what happened to Miguel, she realizes now that it wasn't his fault and that Johnny was just as hurt by what happened as she was. She reaffirms the idea that being a sensei is Johnny's calling and that he has to save the tournament since there are other Miguels out there who need him. Next scene is at the Northridge City Council. Johnny shows up and sits in Daniel's section, who is with Sam and Amanda, and are there to appeal against the All Valley cancellation. Johnny asks Daniel if he's going to read from his diary since he has a portfolio with him. Daniel informs him he came prepared with notes and there's nothing wrong with that. Johnny whispers that he doesn't need notes. He shoots from the hip. The whole interaction is like, stop. Daniel turns to Amanda and tells her this is going to be a disaster. Councilperson Roberts hits the gavel and informs everyone they will hear appeals for the cancellation of the All Valley Under 18 Karate Tournament. She asks who would like to speak first. Johnny and Daniel both get up and walk down to speak up on the podium, but looks like Priest has beat them there, who plays up in military history and falsely states that Miyagi-Do started the violence and paints a negative picture of the LaRussos, which infuriates Daniel and Amanda. Amanda had to be escorted out for her interference. Johnny and Daniel team up against Kreese with also a shouting match between the three of them grows, with their combativeness only making the case that the tournament shouldn't continue. They all sit down next to each other. Right behind Johnny is a cameo role is Daniel Machio, who looked just like his father, and yes, he was named after Daniel LaRusso. Also, Amanda walking out of the All Valley with the sounds of her heels hitting the floor and echoing is just her way of saying she will not leave quietly.
She's such a badass. I love it.
All I heard, even in the background when you see like her going away, like echoing around, is like, yeah. They had to wait until she left for them to speak, which is hilarious even more. Like nah, I'm gonna keep walking. I'm gonna keep walking back and forth, up and down. Pissed off walk. Miguel arrives in the nick of time to erupt, and Sam too, and they both make an impassioned plea for a place they can compete fairly and safely. Miguel recounts being bullied and insists there will always be bullies. Karate is about standing up to them. They need to teach kids how to defend themselves. Sam adds in physically and mentally because the scars you can't see are the ones that hurt the most.
Yes.
Miguel continues and says that karate is about discipline, inner strength, and confidence. Lessons that you can use for the rest of your life. He doesn't know where he would be today or what he would be today if he wasn't for his sensei. The board is convinced and conditional to everyone signing a disclaimer the tournament is back on. Scars you can't see are the ones that hurt the most. Exactly. Basically mental health and all that stuff. Are abused. Yeah, there's some mental scars in there as well.
Definitely.
Definitely, yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, even what was it the last episode with Sam and her PTSD and her, yeah, all that.
Yeah, she learned a lot from that last episode.
Yeah.
All three senseis stand up from their seats. Kreese looks at them and says they all got what they wanted, but be careful what they wish for, and walks away smirking. This leaves Johnny and Daniel hugging their kids for a job well done.
But when Kreese got up and started talking, was I the only one that just wanted to punch him? Like, seriously, I wish I could have.
I mean, if it wasn't for Amanda stating, like, you told.
Oh, God. The restraint that Daniel and Johnny had. Like, you could just see how pissed off Daniel was. Like, you could see it. And I'm just like, oh, my God, yes. Oh, I just want to get up and be like, yeah. Him
But
acting like, oh, council person. Shut the hell up.
I know. It was like councilwoman. It's like council person.
I served my country. Oh, thank you for your service. Oh my God. Come on. You're talking to like the, yeah, I was just, that scene pissed me off.
Annoying, like, yes.
Pissed me off in that scene. Acting all like innocent and yeah, I do this and blah, yeah. And then I love when Johnny got up and he's like, I was one of those kids. I was one. Yeah. Of your students and just that scene pissed me off.
But were we at war? Were we fighting each other? No.
Yeah,
Okay.
he doesn't put that in there that, that we're all at war and all his other bullshit. He knows how to play people and it drives me crazy.
Exactly. I mean, would you really punch an old man who served?
Yes. Him? Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Him, yes. Him, yes.
I mean, Amanda slapped him. I sure as heck would slap him. Yes, absolutely.
Wet slap.
Me too. No, I would not punch an old man that served, but I would punch Crease.
Leanna says me
He
too.
is an exception.
Leanna would slap him too.
He deserves it.
He does. He does deserve it.
Slap the smirk right off his face. I just cannot stand his...
Hate his acting smirk.
I know. You are all about his, like, you can see his facial, and it's like, I just want to smack that right off his face.
High on their success, Sam and Miguel chatted at the Miyagi-Do dojo celebrating with cans of Royal Crown Cola. Miguel goes up the place because he'd never been there. Sam welcomes Miguel to train at Miyagi-Do anytime, but Miguel says he enjoys his Zen life, park benches, and regular boring rocks, while at Miyagi-Do it looks like breathing exercises. Sam asks if it's not badass for him, which he says his class trains in cement trucks and junkyard. Sam points to the floating platform in the pond and says she trains there and not everything in Miyagi-Do is what it seems.
So
Paint
true. Off, paint the fence.
Pick up the rock. She then playfully pushes his shoulder, which he starts to flirt back and asks if she's looking to take on the champ. Sam walks towards him, reminding him that she flipped him with no minimal effort. He asks to do it again, and they both begin to spar, only to stop at the moment where they are face to face and are interrupted by Robbie, who catches them. Where has he been?
I know, he just sneaks up on him at the very end there.
Just because you've been in prison, or I'm sorry, juvie. He gets upset and realizes why she stopped writing. Sam says she stopped writing because he never answers, to which Robbie excuses that it's hard to write back when you're getting his face busted.
Ooh.
Miguel says it's not her fault. Robbie tells him to stay out of it, and Miguel steps up and says he's not going to standing up to him even though he's still injured. Robbie attempts to attack Miguel, not even apologizing to him that he threw him over the balcony.
Right? I lost a lot of respect for Robbie in the scene. I really did. I know he was all whatever, pissed off about Sam and Miguel, but they weren't even doing anything. Give me a break. Come on. Gosh.
Like,
I put you in a coma and you couldn't walk, but here, let's redo this again. Let me see if I can, do it again. Put you in another coma instead of apologizing for the first time I did it. What the hell, Robbie?
put you in another coma.
He's pulling a Crease right now, and I don't like that. And he's not even under Crease's spell yet, and he is already acting like Crease.
Dumb.
Really.
Sam intervenes to prevent Robbie from starting another fight, proving that these various rivalries are far from over, tournament or not. Carmen arrived at Johnny's apartment and heard how it went, which to her meant caliente, spicy. I heard how it went. They kiss, quickly heading to their bedroom at the expense of the television. That TV needs to get a proper. That's his third TV, right? Oh my god.
I think you should just be without a TV.
Just be without a TV, because the next one's probably going to get thrown out or kicked into. Finally at the Cobra Kai dojo, Kreese is hanging up the 51st All Valley Under 18 Karate Tournament poster on the wall. The bell to the door chimed, and the camera pans in on Robbie at the entrance while Kreese is out of focus and blurred. Robbie asks for Sensei Kreese. We see him focus while Robbie is the one now that is blurred and out of focus. Kreese smirks, and of course he doesn't have to say anything and just stares. and see.
That smirk that we all want to slap off his face.
And have I not mentioned a Star Wars reference on this one? Because this is it right here.
You have not.
This is it right here. Anakin coming to the... What's his name? Anakin coming to the dark side, basically. And talking to Lord Palpatine.
What went through your head when Robbie showed up? Were you expecting that?
No, I wasn't expecting that at all.
What did you think? What do you think it had anything? I'm not going to put any thoughts in your head. What made you? What do you think made him decide to go to Kreese?
So Kreese went to him.
At first, no.
At first, yeah. Kreese was the only one that visited him in...
Oh, yes. That's right. Okay. So you think it's all that, okay, Kreese is the only one that cares about me? He already got into his head?
Yeah.
That's what you don't think it had anything to do with, like, Sam, Miguel, Tori, his dad, Daniel? None of them?
That added to it.
Because I think all of that added to it.
That added to it. The beginning, like, these two are fighting over me again. I can't deal with it. I haven't even come out yet and they're fighting. He goes to see Tori. Tori's like putting in his head that she's cheating on you, dude.
Yeah, and saying, we're the same, basically.
You and I are the same.
You and I are the same person, or whatever. Yeah, Sam's cheating on you. Or cheated, sorry. Sam cheated on you, and we're the same person. Like, that was my thought. Like, okay, yeah, first Kreese, but then I thought Tori got into his head a little bit.
He looks at it for himself when Sam and Miguel are like face to face. Right. You there?
I'm here.
Okay. Like, he's right in his face, and Sam and Miguel are in face to face, and he figures like, oh, they're about to kiss. Oh, so that's what y'all been doing. Okay.
Yeah, he jumped to conclusions.
Jumped to conclusions and was ready to jump Miguel out of a second-story balcony again. And then, like, you know what? I have no place to go, so let me go talk to Kreese. And he stepped foot into the lion's den. He stepped foot into the bad evil place. And I love how the focus on Robbie coming in with Kreese blurred out. But as soon as he comes in, it's like, Sensei Kreese. You see Kreese, and Robbie's no longer a factor. You see Kreese knowing that he's going to win this fight because he has Robbie now. And now he has Johnny in his head, like, I have your son.
Yeah.
And the way that Kreese is now focused, he doesn't even have to turn around. Like, welcome in, my son, or anything. He just, like, looks up at the screen, smiles, smirks. And we, as the audience, are like, oh, shit. What just happened?
He's so evil.
Yeah. And that was one of the greatest episodes. One of the best episodes of the season. On that alone, right there.
Oh, because of his facial?
Because of what happened throughout the entire episode. Him going to the committee and telling them, making them feel like Miyagi and Eagle Fang are the bad guys here.
Right.
His win is that episode. Like, he even says, like, I guess we all got what we wanted.
And this is exactly why I didn't care for this episode.
Oh, really? Wow.
No, well, I mean, the whole, yeah.
Like, I did care for it. It was just like...
You happen to like Kreese for whatever reason. I do not like him, so that's why. He got a win, and he got Robbie, and I don't like that.
So basically he has Tori, Hawk, and Robbie now.
I know. Like, I'm not liking this. I don't like it.
Somebody
needs to teach him a lesson.
Badass scene. What'd you get?
You're probably gonna completely disagree with me, but the badass scene for me was when Miguel came in to the the conference or whatever, the committee, yeah, when he walked in and his whole speech,
Yeah.
and what he said, and he basically saved him from canceling the All Valley.
Yes. So, that whole scene right there was hilarious.
That scene, I like the whole scene. I don't like Kreese, but I liked how they portrayed him in the scene, even though I don't like him. I like how they portrayed him. I love how they kicked Amanda out. I love how Daniel and Johnny interacted. And then how Miguel and Sam came in and basically they're the ones that saved the whole All Valley. So I really like that. And I loved Miguel's speech. So yeah. But that was the badass scene for me.
It was. I agree. I'm not disagreeing. I agree. Miguel swooping in, clawing, and then biting, sticking his fangs on the committee.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sam doing her thing too, like telling them like it doesn't always have to, your scars doesn't always have to show outside. It's inside also.
Yeah, I see. I love that what she said, and then it got to me when he said he wouldn't be where he was at without his sensei. And then he looked at Johnny, and the look on Johnny's face was priceless. I love that part. That was just it was a heartwarming part right there.
It was. I really enjoyed it. Your final thoughts on this episode?
Well, I disagree with you as in it's not one of my favorites. It's not one of my favorites, not one of my top. Again, because of Kreese, and I'm not a Kreese fan, so. But it was a good episode. I do like how they did everything. I just don't, and it's good because it's building up for what's to come. So
yeah.
There wasn't any action in it, but it wasn't boring.
It wasn't.
Like, episode 1 and episode 2, it was well written. It was well written. It was, and I still loved Yaz's part too. So, but yeah, no action, but it was well written, and it was a good storyline for the episode for sure.
Yes. I really enjoyed it. It was very Kreese centric because he won. He at the very end he felt like he's winning the war now. Mm-hmm. Like he has all his soldiers in place. Mm-hmm. If you're going by how he thinks, he has his first and second. He just needs his top guy, and that was Robbie. And now with Robbie in there, and once Johnny finds out that Robbie's in there, he's gonna be like, "Oh shit, I can't focus anymore." So he's trying to get at everybody through them, through Fear with Tori, through Hawk and Dimitri, and now Robbie through Miguel and Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
So I really liked this episode. It was the whole Yasmin and Dimitri thing. Yeah, fun. Okay, that's great.
Yeah, I know you're being sarcastic there.
No, it was fun. One of my favorite episodes so far. So yeah, that was my final thought. I really enjoyed this episode.
I can't believe we're only 2 episodes away and we're already going to be done with season 3, to be honest.
Right. Yeah, I'm like, oh, here we go. Let's end this already. You ready to go? You ready to end it?
Yeah, it doesn't look like, yeah.
Yes, alright.
Yes.
And with that, we have come to the end of the show. Thank you for scrolling by to listen or watch the podcast live. That's going to be the first episode. Join us next week for another scene-by-scene episode breakdown of season 3 of Cobra Kai on Netflix. Hey, did you feel like we needed to have a question in here? Like, I don't think we did.
Oh, we don't have a question.
No, we don't have a question.
I didn't even think about that. I usually...
Like, I was, like, watching the entire episode twice, so, like, there's no question.
I did too. Yeah, I don't... Well, but we asked a question last week. We never got to. Not the...
Oh, yeah, yeah, I'll try to look for it, and I'll ask you again.
Yeah,
that
was a great question.
Do you remember what it was?
Something to do with if you overcoming your something you were not good at, something that you weren't good at, or something that you were scared of, but you overcame the fears and now you're great at it.
Yes. What is one thing you were scared of doing and you overcame?
Yes. So how about we re-ask that question, because we forgot to do that this episode. We could re-ask that question and make sure we do that for the next episode. That's a great question.
What is one thing you were afraid of doing and out of your comfort zone, but you overcame it and are now great at?
Yes, that.
So we're going to ask that again.
You want to repeat that one more time without me interrupting?
What is one thing you were afraid of doing and out of your comfort zone, but you overcame it and are now great at? Let us know in the comments or leave us a message at m3pnetwork@gmail.com. Just don't make it a list of 40 items.
Cat.
Thank you, Cat. I'm kidding. You can go ahead and do it.
We love you, Cat.
We love you, Cat. All right. If you feel you want a little bit more for the podcast and network, follow and support us on Instagram, the Thread, YouTube, M3P Network on the Twitter. She's still here.
Hi, Cat.
Hey, Cat. Oh my God, she disappeared out of nowhere. You don't want a paragraph? You know what? No.
He said he loves the paragraphs and he'll read the paragraphs. Obviously, he made that point tonight with Cat's 40 superstitions.
40 superstitions paragraph. We can do it again. We can do another 40 minutes of this stuff. Sure, why not?
Make it a short paragraph.
Make it an essay.
No, don't make it an essay.
Follow and join the lives on TikTok at Evolution of a Geek by subscribing or join us. Show up to the live streams. Hang out with the rest of the M3P community, and I will shout you out in the Love Slap segment, which is this one right here. For those of you wondering what that means, support, love, positivity. So big shout out to the following people: Menace Smiling, Brandy. Am I not here today? What the hell? Menace Smiling, Brandy, Leanna, Moonlight Dancer, Becca, Mike W, Lily Linguini, Greg Lavance, Forever Jane, Cat, Alexandra, Cat Queen, Lorefield, Aaron, or Mr. Diablo as he likes to be called, Stabby Tabby, Nicole, Funnybone96, Micro, 8675309, Jenny, Amulet Amanda, Woody's Transition, King Chickenhawk, Eliza Queen, Skylight 84, Katrina Hannah, Still Little Redhead, Celtic Panda. It's me, DJ, Danny, Elijah, Chair Baller, L does what she wants, Soulskin for you, Quick Draw, Tanya Rose, Christine.TikTok, Lorefield fam, Home Hope Saints, Saints After Sundown, and 2 members of my Third Place Network team on Twitch, Shenrod and Mary Brewski. Make sure to follow those 2 Twitch accounts. They will be on the link tree in the show notes. Follow and support them on Twitch. Also go to SkylusCrystalShop.etsy.com, self-healing crystals, and free gift with every order. The link will be in the show notes. Check her out. Check out her shop. She has some Halloween stuff, and you will get free gifts with every order that you put in. Thank you for supporting
new items all the time.
Yes. Thank you for supporting, listening to the podcast. Join the TikTok live, being a huge part of my Third Place community. So tell your friends and join us next time for more behind the scenes stories and TV show reviews. Once again, I'm Evo.
I'm Brandy.
And remember,
Strike first. Strike hard.
no mercy! And don't eat your pets!
Oh my god. Wow.